guys, what's up? It's me, Piper. Welcome and welcome back to The Real Piper Reese. We have a lot of things to talk about in these episodes, but this is episode 2, so we're gonna go with something that has been highly of request. Today we're talking about my voice work as Elena in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Alright, you guys, so let's break it down. I've gotten a few questions on the voice work. First of all, a lot of you guys ask me a lot of the time how you can audition for voice work. One big resource I've used for a long time is iwannabeavoiceactor.com. It is D. Bradley Baker's website, who is the voice of Perry the Platypus and so many other recognized voices that you guys know. And he gives a lot of really great advice out there. The biggest thing you're gonna need to get started in voice acting is to have a reel. You're gonna wanna record yourself doing parts of different scripts or anything you have access to read. Cut it down to just 30 seconds of your best work, showing your best range, and then that will be your reel. From there, you have something that you can show people that's an actual product of your work. And I loved making my reel. I had a lot of fun doing it. And that's something that you should really take into consideration when you're working on your reel. Have fun with it. Do a lot of different stuff. See what you can do. I like to do a Southern accent. That's something I have a lot of fun with. Or even an Australian accent I have a little bit of fun with. And my Australian accent's not perfect. And you're watching this right now, you're thinking, I'm an Australian. That sounds awful. So I'm sorry for that. But it's something. It shows what I can do. It shows some range. Another thing I included in my reel is my younger sounding voices.
If I talk like this, I can sound maybe like a baby character or a younger character that they might need for certain projects as well.
So there's a lot of different stuff you can test with your voice when it comes to finding out your range and showing yourself, honestly, what you can do in a reel. Something else you guys ask me about a lot when it comes to my voiceover work as well is about the screams. Now, I've been excited to do screams for a really long time. I was hoping that I would get the chance to do some crazy scream. And it's funny because when they actually had me do it, I think they thought I was gonna be a lot quieter than I was because I actually had to dial it back from the original that I had given them. And screaming when you're doing that for voice work, it's really about letting go in a sense, and then sometimes you have to control it a little bit too. But you have to be able to give yourself kind of the freedom to explore it in the sense that you're letting yourself go into the full scream. And a lot of that kind of confidence comes from testing out some kind of improv work, or maybe even you did that during your reel and it helped you explore that. But you have to prepare yourself for anything so that when you're in a studio situation like that and they say we need you to scream, you're ready to, you know, something like that. Sorry. Another thing you guys ask me when it comes to voicing Elena is what my favorite line is, and I had a lot of fun with all the lines I got to do, but something I had a lot of fun with was definitely that she got to say she doesn't like vanilla ice cream, because I also don't like vanilla ice cream, and I've talked about this online before, but that's my best answer to that question. Another thing you guys ask me about is how different Elena's voice is from my voice. And the only major change I really had to make for that character was to make my voice a little bit less raspy. I have a very raspy natural voice. My voice has been that way since I was young, and it was even raspier when I was little. So I definitely had to mitigate some of that rasp to give Elena a little bit of a clearer sound. So instead of, hey guys, I'm Piper, which, you know, is giving a little bit JoJo Siwa, but I love JoJo Siwa, so I think that's okay. It would be a little bit more like, hey guys, I'm Piper. So I'm putting more breath into it. So if you guys ever have to do something like that where you're removing some of the rasp from your natural voice, what you want to do is bring some breath in, make it sound breathier, and that's going to give you the vocal range to kind of clear out some of that rasp. The other thing I wanted to add into this video is that I had a really great experience getting to meet the other people who voiced Perks in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. A lot of you guys saw that I did get to do a live where I actually worked with the other voice actors, and that was something that was really an amazing experience, getting to hear from them and about the other jobs they've done as a voice actor and other things they've accomplished in the past was really cool and are still accomplishing in the future. Everyone I worked with was amazing, and everyone I got to meet in person was really genuine, nice people. And that is something that you'll see a lot when it comes to voice work too. As someone who has done a lot of interviews and met a lot of different celebrities, I will say voice actors are, for the most part, very genuine and down to earth and very nice. And I do love when I get the chance to interview voice actors because it is a little bit different than the vibe you get from on-camera actors. And I do both, so good luck reading me. A lot of you guys know this, but I did start on-camera acting before I did voice acting. And a lot of people ask me about transitioning over and how that works. I feel that because I had done on-camera acting, I was able to give the authentic feel to a lot of the darker stuff that you see in voice scripts because of my background on-camera acting. And I do feel that you do need to use some level of real acting, which really means some level of real being and being in the character when you're doing voice acting as well, especially if you're dealing with darker subject matter. That is something that Elena sometimes has to deal with as a character too, so it was important for me to bring that natural acting element into my voice work when I was doing it as well. And the last thing I want to tell you guys in this video today is if you want to be a voice actor, go out and do it. Don't let people tell you no. Don't let people tell you you can't do it. Don't be afraid to do it. Just give yourself the chance to try. And that reel that I mentioned at the beginning of this video is definitely a great place to get started. So if you haven't already made your voice reel, go get started right now. If you'd like to see me do a part 2 of this video, or there's any questions that you had that I didn't answer in this video, please go ahead and leave them in the comments. I do read every single comment, you guys, and I will make sure to address it in a part 2 if you guys want to see that. If you are new to this channel, by the way, or just finding me now, The Real Piper Reese is where we're at. Please hit that subscribe button now so you can join us for our upcoming videos. I'm gonna cover a lot of other cool stuff coming up soon, you guys, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments about what you'd like to see up next. So you let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful and amazing day. Subscribe. It's like getting your 5 servings of vegetables in for the day all at once.